Hey guys, mwah. So I hope you're all good today. So I am finally gonna try P.LOUISE eyeshadow. I've literally never ever tried P.LOUISE eyeshadow before. I don't own a P.LOUISE eyeshadow palette, and finally the other day in the sale I got one. I got this one. It's a Love Tapes one and it's called Going Solo. Basically, like, you know, like whenever I've tried to buy P.LOUISE eyeshadow palette, it's just not happened. Like, it's just not ended up happening. Like, it's sold out or something like that. And then I'm kind of like, man, like, basically I don't need any more. I don't need any more eyeshadow. I 110 million% do not need any more eyeshadow in my collection at all. But you know, I could justify this because it's a bit different from anything else I have. So yeah, so I thought I would come on YouTube and, you know, is P.LOUISE eyeshadow actually that good? Like, so many people say it's so amazing and everything, and obviously, like, if you follow the P.LOUISE page, the looks the artists do are in freaking insane and everything. So yeah, I thought I'd try this one out for you, and I also thought I would try the cut carver out for you. Now this has a little story to it. So I am allergic to the cut carver. Its main ingredient is petroleum. I am allergic, but my petroleum allergy kind of, it's like if I use petroleum a lot, like in a body cream or in a lip cream and stuff, like it will start to go chapped. So for you guys, this is just for you, because I've been seeing so many people wanting someone to like use it on camera, show people how to use it, compare it to other things. I'm doing this for you guys. So if I have a really bad allergic reaction, but no, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm going to be wiping it off after I use it and everything. Like, it's not going to be on my skin for very long. So this one time and one time only, I'm going to use this. I have used it on a client and it's really good. It's a bit different from what I'm used to, but like, I think now I've used it once, I'll be able to properly demonstrate how to use it to you guys. So yeah, now I've blabbed on for a little while, let's get stuck in. Okay, right, so I am gonna start with my P.LOUISE base. This is in the shade 2.5. I used to use 2, but 2 is just kind of really pink, and it's just like not a vibe. It's just really not a vibe. It's just not doing it for the girls, you know. Like, the pink one just is super like, the pink one, number 2, is just super pink. So I am just gonna take my Dull Beauty DB11 and just start like tapping this on, like all the P.LOUISE eyes always like tap it on, so I always try and do it, you know, because that's where the product's from, so I always try and do it like they do it. But yeah, so obviously I got this stuff in the P.LOUISE sale. Did you guys end up grabbing anything in the sale? The sale was so freaking good. And yeah, I feel like I've been wanting to try a lot more of their products recently, because I've not really tried much, to be fair. Like, other than the base and like the paints and the coloured paints, I've not really tried much. And the only thing that I've ever like tried from them and I've like really not liked is the metallic bases, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty good, like, to only like not like one product that I've tried. I actually feel like I'm beating up my eye right now. Do you see what I mean about the tone of this? It's just like a bit more yellow, like it's just not as pink as the second shade is. So that's 2.5. I think it's a lot better for like someone with my skin tone personally. So I'm just gonna find the picture of the look that I found. So I saw this look here. I hope you guys can see that properly. So it's by Sana. I hate it when people have like names that are like words. Sun Art. Yeah, she says Sun Art on her. She's a French influencer, and yeah, her makeup is absolutely amazing. And when I saw this, I was like, it's gonna have to be, like, it would be rude not to. Like, it's literally stunning. Like, that's a close-up of that eye. Like, look at that. That's literally insane. Like, but I'm not gonna do like, I think it's like a chunky glitter. I'm gonna do like a fine pigment instead there. and everything. But yeah, I thought this would be great for the going solo palette. So yeah, wish me luck basically. I'm going to use some brushes that are like kind of new that I've gotten recently that are really, really good. So I'm just going to get them out and I will actually zoom you guys in just so you can see what I'm doing better. So I've got some of the new Made by Mitchell brushes I ordered, and I've got some P.LOUISE ones. I've got like a new little P.LOUISE one, the 143, which is a new brush which looks really, really cute. And then I've got here an older P.LOUISE one which is 117, and then the two Made by Mitchell ones I've got here are ME10 and ME11. So yeah, I'm gonna use a mixture of all of those probably, and I might even get like a more fluffy blending brush, but like we'll go through it as we go through it. So I think I am gonna start off with the shade Ring Off. I'm actually like low-key terrified, I don't know why. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Ring Off first. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that on a ME10 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of start mapping out my shape with that. So I'm just gonna start like pressing the eyeshadow on just here in the inner corner, just kind of stamping it on in my shape, and I'm like tilting my head back a little bit just so I can really get like up in there and make sure that I'm stamping it on in the right shape. I do kind of like lift my brow a little bit as well, just to kind of get as much of a flat surface as I possibly can. And then of course we want to bring it down. I'm just going to kind of lightly map out my shape and want to wing it out just like that. And then once that's done, go back in, pressing the shadow on. You kind of don't want to put too much towards the end, like you don't go all the way. And then I'm just gonna like relax my eye and see how much I like my shape. So it needs to come up a little bit here, just like that. Okay, just like that. So I am happy with that. So then what I am gonna do is I am gonna take the little blending brush. So this is the P.LOUISE 143, and I'm literally just gonna run that along the edge of that, just in little circular motions. Oh, sorry, hiccups, and back and forth in little areas. So I'm holding it at the end of the brush because that's going to give me a bit more of a fluid motion. And if you think about how you hold a pencil, when you hold a pencil, if you hold the pencil down here when you're drawing, you're going to get harsher lines, whereas if you hold the pencil more like upwards, you get softer lines. So you're going to get a softer blend if you hold your brush down at the bottom. So just kind of tickling that edge, circles and back and forth. Okay, so now that I'm happy with that, I'm just going to clean this brush off. I just have like a flannel that gets abused in this household, heavily abused, and I'm literally just going to wipe that colour off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with On the Rocks, which is the next lightest grey tone, and get some of that on the brush. And then I am just going to place this half on, half off that shade. They call it the 50-50 method in P.LOUISE. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that, pressing it all along. And then same thing, I've just cleaned off this little brush, and again just going in little circular motions. I'm gonna blend that out. And then I'm gonna go in with Separation, and I'm gonna take that on a P.LOUISE 117 brush. And again, just start placing that half on, half off. And then once I've done that, I'm literally just gonna take the exact same brush that I'm using, whatever's left, and just start blending that out really. Okay, so yeah, so far really impressed. It really blends really well. That lighter color separation really held its own against the darker colors. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with On the Rocks, just with the same brush, and I am just gonna re-intensify the blend. And then I'm just gonna go in with Ring Off and do the exact same. I'm just having a little bit, I think it's fixed now, but like issue just blending here for some reason. Like just in this little area here. It's being a bit difficult. I'm not sure why. Like I feel like everywhere else is fine. I feel like I fixed it now. I feel like that is fine. But okay, so now that that's done, we are gonna cut the first creasy weasy. So I am just gonna take a Made by Mitchell ME5 brush, and I'm gonna take the cut carver. So she looks like this. So obviously I have used it before, so it does have some product kind of in there from where I've dipped the brush in. I'd say if you want to avoid that, like maybe like depot some or something, and that might like help. So I'm just going to get my brush nice and saturated. I prefer using like a large brush to cut my crease. Some people prefer using a smaller brush. It is just personal preference at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to carve my crease. Actually, I think I've like not taken this bit at the front far down enough, so let me just kind of blend that down there into there a bit more. There we go. And yeah, so I'm just going to follow the shape of my eye socket. But yeah, look how this just like removes the product like instantly. It's crazy. I feel like it's very fluid, like it doesn't really have any tug to it. Like it just literally glides. So like be careful, because it's very easy to get carried away. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe off what's on there on a towel and just go back in. And obviously we want it to come at like this angle. So what I'm gonna do is kind of use my eye as a reference there and just come up and cut it like that, and then join those two parts up. Just like that. So you can see like it does like take a lot off really easily. So also I'm just gonna clean the brush off. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these. Now you'll see like a lot of the P.LOUISE artists use these when they're cutting a crease and stuff, because last time I did try with a Q-tip, and it wasn't the easiest thing to take off with a Q-tip. Like, you know, I'm a lover of a good Q-tip. So I'm just gonna use this. This is actually a clay tool. This one is from when I used to do Fimo. I have loads of these. So I'm literally gonna use this. Get a wet wipe. And I'm literally just gonna wipe it off. Okay, wow, I think that might be the sharpest cut crease I have literally ever done in my life. Wow, like doing this like really works. And if you find it's a bit stabby, I've just like doubled up the wet wipe, the face wipe. That's the words I'm looking for. Yeah, so I just doubled them up, and then it's not as bad at all. So now I've got to do like that vroom shape there. So I'm trying to think what I want to put as a base for that. So I know you can get a grey paint from P. Louise, but unfortunately I don't have it, but I have the black and the white, so I am just gonna mix the black and the white together just on the back of my hand. Okay, so it looks just like that. So I am just gonna start just like drawing my shape on with this one. So I'm just gonna press it on just like that. Like, don't worry too much about like here and in here, because obviously we are gonna cut it again. You just want to make sure that it's nice and sharp on this line here. Okay, and then I'm gonna just clean the brush off and just kind of pat over that, because like I've learned the hard way that with these paints you really don't want like too much excess product, because it will bunch up, and that is honestly not a vibe when that happens. Okay, and then I am going to take my Asteroid pigment from Shadow Moon, which is like a holographic pigment. I think this is just going to look freaking insane. So I'm literally just going to start popping that on with a flat shader brush. Just like that. Like, look at that. Look at that rainbow holographic goodness. Stunning. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my cut carver on the same brush that I've been using, and just yet again I'm going to carve out my shape. Pray for me. Okay, I think I've done it. It is kind of hard to see, but I think that's just because of the pigment. So again, I'm just going to take this and start wiping that off. This is long. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like trying to get this really sharp is becoming really tedious real quick. You know, just gotta be patient. Just gotta keep plowing through, you know. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Whew. Muchos éxitos. Okay, I think that's pretty much it all off. I'm just gonna try and wipe the remaining sparkly worklies with my finger. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take the brush and get some cut carver on her and just do this here. I think I've like come too deep, but I have hooded eyes, so like it was kind of that or nothing. Ugh, that's so annoying. Yeah, I like just have, I think. I'm just gonna go like that, and then just gonna try and wipe as much of that off with my finger as I can before I go in with the little tool. Let's do this. Okay, that was a lot easier. I think that's because like it was like a more like flat place to do it on. It's kind of like, yeah, that was hard on the eyelid, I feel, because obviously my eyelid just like constantly moving. Okay, I think I'll be able to fix this, so I'm just gonna like get a really small. This is like another P. Louise one. What's this? This is like from the Council collection. It's the 7072. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of that grey and just kind of redraw that little bit there. I think that just literally just that little bit will be enough, just to kind of make sure that they're a bit more like, you know, in there and whatever. I don't know why that literally tired me out. That literally tired me out. Like, I feel tired now. And I'm just gonna pop something like that. And ta-da! It's like it never happened. Fabuloso. So then I'm just gonna get my skin toned coloured base in the shade 2.5, same as my eyeshadow base. So I'm just gonna grab her. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on the back of my hand, just so we can kind of get the same tones on the blend, because we'd have used the same like colour that we laid down before we put blends on. I feel so tired. Why do I just suddenly feel so tired? Why do I feel like that literally just drained my entire being? Like, the hell? What's going on? I'm honestly confused right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab some of that just on that Made by Mitchell flat brush and just carve again. Okay, just like that. Just trying to make sure she's as sharp as can be. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a blending brush and just kind of blend this out into my skin here. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take a clean one of those Council brushes. What was it again? Was it the 7072? And I'm gonna start off with Ring Off in this section. Just like, I'm just using a brush like this, just so I can get it just in that little, and a little bit just in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with On the Rocks. And then with Separation. And then what I'm going to do is I am just going to take like a little kind of shader brush, just like this. This is a Dull Beauty DB14, and just kind of start to blend those shades together. Okay, just like that. I'm really happy with how that looks. I would just say like, yeah, that like these, like the carver and stuff is just like made for someone who takes their time and everything. Like, I would say it's not like quick, instant, easy makeup. Like, it's not hard to use or anything. It's just made for like really like precision and really taking your time and getting that really clean cut. Like there is no rush in it, which is good. Like I'm not saying that's a pro or a con really, it just kind of is what it is. And if you're someone who really likes to take their time like perfecting something, then I would say this is definitely for you. The eyeshadow blend's amazing, like for greys especially, like that's amazing. Like it looks really nice. No, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, obviously. But no, I really like how this looks. I'm feeling the vibe, kind of crying inside that, and I have to go do that right now because like I don't know what is, I'm gonna have to go have something to eat or something because like the faggitude, I don't think I would. It's hit me really hard, and I'm really tired for no reason, and thinking of the mental capacity and the effort that it's gonna take to do the other eye is making me want to die. So yeah, I'm just gonna go do that. So I'm gonna do the other eye and my base makeup. Yeah, and I will be back with like the final look. I'm probably just gonna do like a little inner black wing there as well. And I guess I'll come back for the under eye. So I'll do both eyes and then I'll do my makeup and then I'll do the under eye. So I will come back for the under eye. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, and that's all the base on. So now it's literally, oh my phone going off. Now it's literally time for the under eye. Let me just clean my mirror off. So I'm going to start with our darkest shade, which is Ring Off. I'm just on a little pencil brush. So this is a Morphe X Makeup by Ariel A7 brush, and I'm literally just going to start popping that nice and close to the lash line. And then I'm going to go in with On the Rocks and just start putting that half on, half off, that shade. And then lastly, I'm just going to go in with Separation and pop that half on, half off. And then go back in and re-intensify. Then I'm just going to take my Made by Mitchell Graph ink. This is just in the black colour. I think it's Black Milk or something like that. And I'm just literally going to do my inner wing. Okay, just like that. And yeah, I'm just gonna pop some lashes on. I will be right back. Okay, and that's it. The look is all done. I hope you guys love. I really like it. I feel like the products are really good. Like P.LOUISE eyeshadow really is worth the hype, you know. And like this cut carver is really good. It is different from what I use. I normally use like a product from Lush. I use like a cleansing balm, and this is really good, and I'm gonna keep it to use on clients and everything because it is a really good product. So if you are humming or hawing, this is definitely more fluid than Vaseline. It's got a bit more glide to it, so I'd say it'd definitely be easier to use than Vaseline if you're someone that uses Vaseline. And I would actually recommend, you know, apart from the fact that if you're allergic to petroleum, don't use. And I was really surprised that the second largest ingredient was coconut, because a lot of people are allergic to coconut. So I was surprised about that. But yeah, really good, really happy with how it came out. I like bossed through the second eye. I feel like once I knew what I was doing, I was just like bish bash bosh. It was a lot quicker, probably like a quarter of the time than I spent on this eye. But yeah, no, they are both really good. And yeah, I'll definitely be buying some P.LOUISE eyeshadow in the future. I actually just bought the Christmas budget box, so I think that comes around the 8th or something like that. That should arrive. So let me know down below if you'd like an unboxing, me to try everything that's in that box. I can definitely do that, and I can definitely like continue doing that if there's something that you guys would be interested in, because I think she's gonna do like a year-long subscription for the budget box. So I'll probably subscribe after Christmas and get them every month. So please let me know down below if that's something that you would want to see, I guess. But oh, hello, earring falling out. But yeah, altogether I would say the eyeshadow is probably like I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10, and this a 9 out of 10 if I take out the equation that obviously I'm allergic. So yeah, both products really good. So yeah, I hope you guys loved this video, and I hope you're having a great brunch, lunch, dinner, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye guys. Because I've never been with a buddy. She comes so added to the tally. Madison, but I'm calling out Maddie. That must be Daddy. But the lip Daddy. That do not look too shabby.